All right. All right. Episode 6.
Episode 6. Well, we had 2 in 5.
Yes, we did.
So this is...
Some may say it should have been, or should not have been a sequel.
Well, we had a... Hello, our dear audience. We did something right with our first half of episode 5.
We did.
We've had probably 10 times more people listening to it than any others. That's number one. 5 to 10 times. And a lot more than the second part. So either people just got really tired and then stopped listening, or we did something right with the first one.
I like to think people are busy and they were available for the first one and too busy for the second.
And the first one was our shortest episode ever. We did like 20 minutes plus. That's it.
Maybe there's a lesson there.
All right. So that's the end.
We've got 5 minutes. All right. Anyway, a redneck and an immigrant walk into a bar. This is what happens. So I wanted to tell you about something I've discovered.
Before you say.
Is this a commercial?
Yes. So we're being sponsored by... No, we're never, ever prepared for our episode. So what you're going to say right now...
Right.
I have no idea.
Spontaneity.
We come in to loveliest house of Andrea and Jim. We set up the equipment. And then we sit down. We turn the phone on. We sit down.
That's true.
And then we start talking.
That's true.
So I just wanted to say, because not that people like wondering, are they prepared? But
no.
I have no idea what's going to come out of your mouth right now.
Neither do I. And there are no notes here. I think the format is organic.
Improv.
Spontaneous. I mean,
incredibly intelligent.
Well, let's go back to organic.
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous. It's the only thing that is yeah. So this one is something I wanted to ask you about if you had done this. So it's very trendy now.
Okay, so that's probably no.
It's very trendy now.
No, probably no that if I've done it, because I'm not a trend.
And all of this is under the topic of restorative health.
Restorative health.
Okay.
All
right. So now we're seeing boutique shops pop up everywhere. Red light therapy.
Yep.
Hot and cold plunge.
Yeah, that's not new, but okay.
Right.
Yep.
Well, none of it's new.
Well, red light, it's been around.
Red light is pretty new. I mean, okay. Pressure boots. Pressure sleeves for the legs and the arms.
We have them in our gym. Okay.
All right. Now, this is there are, as I said, boutique places now that specialize in just this. You don't work out there.
You just go for that.
You just go there. As a restorative. Measure. Yeah. So it's kind of unusual. There's a place in a local shopping area here.
If you name them, we can claim some commercial money.
I don't think we can do that. And it's for women, and all they do is I think they just comb out and blow dry their hair.
Yes. I know that I know my wife and daughter used maybe not that place, obviously not that place, but they have done that. There is a name for it's. I think it's a chain.
I think it is too. I don't remember what it is. And as I walked by, I asked my wife. I said, "Now wait, let me get this straight. They only do these two things."
What's the second one? Blow dry.
Well, they comb your hair. They blow dry your hair. I think that's all they do. I don't know. I said, what about the cutting, the shampooing, the other things that go on? She said they don't do that.
Yeah, I think.
Why would anyone go here? I said.
Well, you have an event coming up. You have a place to go to, interview. You want to look better than average.
All right.
No, I'm not. So we kind of. I don't think you started with restorative health, and you went into beauty.
Business that do a superfluous. Look that up. Sort of. The service is something that doesn't make sense to me. Back to restorative health. Here now we're going to a boutique place that you don't exercise there.
Right.
The only thing you do, you go there to recover from said exercise.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you get in the hot tub, you get in the cold plunge, you do the red light therapy, you do the pressure sleeves and boots and things, and then you go home, and you can order what you want and you do it and you go home. So this is new, it's trendy. But to your cold plunge is the part that really fascinates me. Okay. We have a cold plunge at the gym, and I walk by and I see people sitting in 52-degree water. They are not enjoying themselves. They are enduring.
Yes, enduring, yes.
3 long minutes. And the perception of time is interesting. 3 minutes can be very quick. My wedding night, random example, or 3 minutes in 50-degree water. And let me tell you, the clock goes by slowly. So
I wonder if your wife would say that both experiences are terribly equal.
Both are equally painful. So I have been urged to try it, and I have done it, and I don't enjoy it, but it's supposed to have benefits. So you haven't tried it, and what do you know about it?
Well, I think you touched on several topics, and we got to blow dry topic kind of. Then we're gonna come back.
Right.
So cold plunge. In one of our earlier conversations, we spoke about the Russian bathhouse.
Yes.
Well, you can refer to this, Turkish or Finnish, but Russian bathhouse. When you go into the sauna, that is about. Lava melts there. I literally, this cross, I was there for 10 seconds. It left burn marks on my. So
that's because you're evil.
And this is where we end the episode. So the end.
Oh, we're out of time.
So, and after that, when your body is so hot, and also they beat you up with those so-called branches with leaves. It's a sort of it's a torture chamber.
That's flagellation.
And then from there you go, but not self-flagellation. Flagellation implies self. It's like my autobiography.
Yes, yeah, I get it.
And it's sadism, more like. And then from there you walk out and you jump in this little round or maybe square pool, which has ice particles in it. And if you survive that, which most people do, the amplitude or the pendulum of temperature swing, it does your body allegedly good. And also watching some of the NFL or some professional athletes when they go into this ice bath. So there must be some health benefit there. I personally have not discovered. Now I'm not going to be person of the stimulus of perfect health, but no, I just it's for me it's a torture. It's not even, you said endurance, or I don't know what word you use, but
it is.
It's torture.
It is.
But allegedly, even they say in the morning shower, go from very hot to very cold a few times. That has some kind of a health effect. Coming back to this popping up, this kind of a self-care facilities, which did not exist before, let's be honest.
Right.
I mean, smoothie shops were not around 10 years ago.
Right.
I think we probably move more so into the experiential economy, where experiences, even gym, right? We go to gym, we work out. You don't have to go to gym. You can work out elsewhere, buying a couple of dumbbells, those machines, most of the exercises, you can do them by yourself if you want to without those machines. But, it's just that going there to accomplish it almost has a stimulus to do so. Now, red light, I know in some Korean bathhouses, they have this salt room, gold room, like the wall is covered with gold covered paint probably, but it has some sort of effects on you. And, Koreans are known for their great skin. The skincare products allegedly are the best ones.
I've never heard this.
Oh, for sure. That's
really?
not absolutely unequivocally.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well,
so
good for the Korea.
I'm most likely. I knew you were gonna go there. So most likely we're talking about South Korea.
The South Korea.
The South Korea. Yeah. So it's interesting. Those specialized small places where you go to do certain things that you feel will do good for you, right? It creates this little tribe belongingness, right? I'm attending that. Or those little gyms, you have this Lifetimes and gold gyms and the big ones, right? And then you have the small gyms, Orange Theory or some other places. They're smaller, but you almost become this, instead of being one in a crowd, you become part of this is my tribe. So maybe that, I don't know. Blow dry, you kind of went over there. I keep trying to come back from that one, but I can understand that. Now, it won't be probably the place that would be open. Well, it could be open very early in the morning if there are interviews, but it's more probably for like weekends. They must be busy. Birthdays, celebrations, parties. I'm assuming. But
you're right. It is social in that people will say to you at a party now.
Yeah.
So, where do you work out? Oh. Assuming that you work out.
Right.
And B, everyone does, don't they?
It's like almost, where do you belong?
Exactly.
Right? Where probably years ago, it would be like, what church do you go to?
Exactly. Well,
right? It would be that question.
It is. And then people will take it further and say, do you plunge? 2 years ago, 1 year ago, if someone said that to me,
do you take it as an insult? Plunge word.
What?
I do have a plunger.
What do you mean? Now it's just assumed that that we're referring to the boutique world of cold plunge. Hot, and all the restorative things that everyone's doing. Why are we doing it? To live longer. But you know what I think the interesting thing is if my dad were around today, what not only he, but his generation of men would think about the things that we're doing as modern men. You don't have to be metrosexual either for this, hyper aware.
Right.
It's just, a certain segment of the male populace that's aware of things like skincare. Say that to my dad. What? Cold plunge.
Yeah.
Protein. We got to get enough protein. Creatine.
Yeah.
He's like,
right.
They didn't know about any of this stuff. Subsequently, their lifespans, I don't think is going to be what modern day lifespans are.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily it will probably be more correlation than causation. It might be part of causation as a contributor, because the medical health is advancing the field, the pharmacology is advancing as a field, and also self-care. You said to live longer. I wanted to add, but I didn't want to interrupt you, but also to live healthier. I think for most of us, I would imagine you and I would be in the same cohort, that no matter how long we live, we want to be healthy toward the end. Is that, the wise man, I don't know who said that, but the saying goes, first thing we can give to our children is their health, which implies, their well-being, but their health. Second thing we can give to our children is our health, because it's difficult for children to look after their parents who deteriorating in their health and all that. So I think those kind of facilities, and then we're probably going to have more and more, as things get discovered. Go here to have a 15-minute sleepover. Sleep or during your lunchtime. I think I even saw it on Shark Tank. Can we get sponsored by Shark Tank? Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful. But anyway, or place where you can go and do a quick maybe acupuncture, something that will give you more energy, or conversely will calm you down so you can get better sleep. So those kind of things probably going to continue advancing. Some of them could be bogus, or maybe serve as a placebo, because if you go to do something, your mind expects an outcome, so you may have the placebo effect that actually benefits you. Some are actually could be beneficial. Chiropractors. Your dad probably never seen a chiropractor in his life. My dad either. He died young, but we didn't have that. Now you go to chiropractor. People go to chiropractors. Well, some of them are, let's call them voodoo doctors. Some of them are incredible. You walk in and you walk out a different person. You walk different. You just straightened your spine, as I said, the chiropractor.
Yes. So
just a suggestion already. The placebo effect.
It's
works.
Amazing how, but I submit to you that previous generations, some of the stuff that we're talking about is just a dressed up new phase of an old technique. The ice baths have been going back for decades in the NFL.
Absolutely.
Boxers, football players have been used to get in trash cans,
big
trash cans full of ice, and because it would, help with the joints and the pains. And little did they know that the inflammation that they were, battling there was they just knew it was working.
Right.
But now we know why.
Yep.
And then this, whether the hot, cold plunge and the sauna and the sauna cultures we've talked about before in Norway and Finland and even the Turkish people.
Yep.
In Armenia, just going outside is the same thing.
Is it hot or cold? Just curious. Or both.
It must be the hot. So, I can't imagine wanting to get into a sauna if you live there.
Well, listen, Armenia, side fact, it's a mountainous country.
Yeah.
But four clear seasons.
No.
Clear winter, spring, summer, autumn. Right? You
don't call it fall.
Fall, yes.
We call it fall because the leaves fall.
Is that what it's called?
You don't have leaves.
No, they stay. We do, but they just never fall. That's how loyal they are.
They're still up there.
Jim, question for you. And since it's an improv, should we take a break and go to our next topic if we have one, and if we don't, we'll just make it up.
I think we should just go to our next topic now.
No, the reason I was saying it because our short episode got so much more viewership. So maybe we should, since we set the trend.
I think that the average. I looked this up, so I just wanted to see. There are thousands of podcasts, millions of podcasts out there, and the formats it's the Wild West, this format. I mean, people are making this up as they go. Who's to say what the perfect format is in length of a podcast? Obviously you look at the people that have millions and millions of viewers and you go, what are they doing? How long is their shows? Well, their shows could be 2 hours long.
Yeah, but I think you're right. Joe Rogans of the world.
Yeah.
And I'm making it kind of lowercase plural, right? People who are top 10, top 25.
Right.
Once you get there, you can do whatever you want because you already have the tribe following you, right? You have million or 10 million viewership. If you make an episode 10 minutes, they're going to view it. If you make an episode 2 hours, they'll view it. Right?
Apparently.
But sometimes, and there are some podcasters, what's his name? The gentleman, he has a PhD in neuroscience. I forgot his name. Andrew
Peterson.
Huberman. I think if I'm mispronouncing his name, I apologize. His podcast or his videos, they are rarely less than 3 hours.
Really?
Rarely.
I mean,
4 hours.
Who has 3 hours?
And that's the thing that, even sometimes I catch myself, even though he's probably the smartest man when it gets to neuroscience, but 4 hours. I mean, okay, I drove to your house. That's half hour. Then I drove back. It's another half hour, and I'm still not quarter of the way through of that thing. It makes it. It makes it a little. My point is, even if you're big, there is probably a certain time slot after which is not as easy to follow every time. Now, if there is one episode where let's say Joe Rogan, let's hypothetically call his average is 2 hours, but if he has an interview with Donald Trump and it's 3 hours, people are going to watch, right? Because it's the guest is so interesting. Speaking of which, maybe this will be a good closing or taking a pause moment. We have you have people who have been interested to partake in our little endeavor. We should think on how to approach this.
We should seriously schedule that. Go ahead and schedule it. To bring in someone that's got something to weigh in with of interest.
With our incredible intellect, we cannot invite anyone.
Okay, who's going to be here?
Well, we have Australian friend.
Yeah.
He's interested. I got a text from him yesterday on a separate topic. We have really good friends who are geniuses in legal field, in the field of investment and finances, in the field, and they're very intelligent. We have a great British friend who would be very interesting for the audience with his experience on how he built his business and how he has been successful. We just probably need to, you said it right, schedule and think about the format that will be entertaining for our small, loyal audience.
Keep this in mind. Samuel Clements, whose nom de plume is Mark Twain, says there's nobody dumber than an educated man once you get him off the thing he's educated
Absolutely.
in. So we have to keep our guests
smart
on track.
Smart.
Because if we get them off the thing they do,
then we'll bring them to our level.
Then they'll have nothing to offer.
No, they'll be at our level. Then we'll just have a conversation.
You know, whatever it is you do, talk about that. So we should probably just decide that now. But I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
And you know, back to what you were saying about the people that do this that are in the top 10. They have guests almost
every time.
Almost every time. They don't just sit there by themselves and talk about random stuff.
Yes. So what you said is right. Correct. So just adding to it, not contradicting. Some have their own show, like their own like weekly Monday at 11, hypothetically speaking. Mm-hmm. And then they have guests as a part of the kind of the continue entertaining their audience, which is also awesome. Mm-hmm. Right. So I think we should take a quick pause here and then we'll move on to our next topic.
Topic number 2.
2.
Is there another topic?
I have no idea. No.
Let me ask our producer.